All right, the toll these despicable attacks are taking on Israeli families, it's unimaginable. We still don't know exactly how many of them are missing. Joining me now in Israel, Ohad Harell, whose sister-in-law is still unaccounted for, and Rabbi Lightstone, former senior advisor to the U.S. ambassador to Israel. Ohad, let's start with you. First of all, our hearts go out to your family, the absolute devastation of not knowing. What's the latest information you've received about your sister-in-law?
The latest information was Saturday morning. We woke up at 6:30 in the morning with bomb alarms. Then after a few hours, my brother gave me a call saying that he just received a message from his wife, Sharona, which saying they shooting at us and I'm hiding. I picked him up and we drove to the south of Israel. It's an hour and a half from here. We came very early. The roads were still open. And we went through all the settlements along the border with Gaza. We didn't find her. The sites that we saw were crazy. It's like chaos, war zone. We drove the roads with fire all around us and burning from both sides. We asked all the people we saw that came back from this chaotic music festival. Nobody remember her. Nobody saw her. They were all traumatic. We went to the hospitals. We went to police stations. And this is now after 5 days of waiting. That's it.
Rabbi Lightstone, these stories, the unimaginable pain, and that's what Hamas wants. They want that pain. They want to hear that pain, but they want to inflict that pain. And there are people and countries that are providing some type of assistance to this barbaric effort. Now, Qatar, which is hosting some of the top leadership with Hamas, allowing them to stay in their resorts and their swanky destinations. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I can tell you just for context that this is the single worst week for Jews since the Holocaust. And growing up with my step-grandfather as a Holocaust survivor of Auschwitz, he used to say that seeing is believing. Unless you see stuff like Auschwitz, you can't believe it. What Ohad is describing, even people who saw it, I can't imagine that they believe it. And we who've seen these videos, I don't believe that we believe it. And within that context, I think one has to decide that there are only two sides to this. You are either on the side of good or you're on the side of complete and total evil. And everybody needs to make a decision which side that they're on. And the fact that there are the leaders of this organization sitting at, the equivalent of a Four Seasons is despicable.
Now, Ohad, you, I'm sure, have seen video footage of the overwhelming majority of Americans in prayer, Christians and others in prayer for the Israeli people. I felt it, I've seen it, I've witnessed it, but there is an element, a radical element inside Western Europe and the United States, many of them with ties to countries that support terrorism, that are celebrating Hamas's victory. How do you respond to that?
I don't know what to say. Look, wars, it's between countries, between armies. These are civilians. We are talking about children. We are talking about women. We are talking about human rights. I mean, come on. It's not about war. This is nothing. Send them back. I don't care about the people who support it or them. I hope it's minority. This is why I'm talking, whoever want to listen. Yeah, this is why I'm here. I want the world to make public pressure so we can get the kidnapped one back.
Well, Rabbi, the point here is, like, nobody is pushing for American troops on the ground. I don't think that's what people are hoping for, not the Israelis. They want to do this themselves. And obviously they're our strong ally, but they want to get this mission done in their own way, in their own timetable, and with maximum efficiency. And obviously with no undue casualties to civilians. They actually try to prevent civilian casualties. Hamas does the opposite, hence the kidnappings and the torture.
You're 100% correct. Israel needs to do this on their own. Israel, in the 4 years that I had a chance to be one of the liaisons in between the United States of America and Israel, Israel has always said they'll protect themselves by themselves. What they need now is ammunition and full political support. And it's our job as their ally to give them all the weapons they need to do their mission and all the political support to give them the space to do so. Why does Israel need to do this on its own? Because it's a tough neighborhood, and they need to reestablish deterrence so nobody will, in their wildest imaginations, think about doing anything like this ever again. Not because America said so, and not because the Brits said so, and not because Costa Rica said so, but because Israel will protect themselves by themselves. This was the promise that was made after the Holocaust with never again, and it was renewed this past Saturday. Never again begins again now. It's our job as America to help them. I will make one comment to your previous mention. It's not just in the streets. Rashida Tlaib was asked by one of the Fox reporters, does she condemn?
Yeah, we're getting into that in a moment.
Sorry.
But yeah, but believe me, Rabbi, we're on that, like 7 on 8. We appreciate you. We pray for your sister-in-law, Ohad, that she's returned safely, and to all those families who are waiting for good news about the whereabouts of their loved ones. And Rabbi, please stay safe.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.